Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's Tuesday, the 9th day of July. It's Call of the Horizon Day today. It's Fashion Day. Is that why you look so good?
I always
What are you?
look good.
Who you wearing today? That's all my stuff. It's Jack of all trades day, National Dimples Day. I think dimples are
I
adorable.
love dimples.
Our daughter's boyfriend has dimples, doesn't he?
They are so cute.
Yeah, it's cool. National Don't Put All of Your Eggs in One Omelet Day. I put a lot of eggs in an omelet the other day. I did just an egg omelet. I didn't put anything else in it other than eggs and a lot of seasoning. And it was good. It was really good. But I'm like, you know what this omelet could use is stuff other than egg. It's National No Brazier Day. It is Sugar Cookie Day. It's Play Checkers Day. Argentina's National Day. South Sudan's National Day. New York State Day. And Cow Appreciation Day. And I do appreciate a good cow. And a bad cow. And just all cows. It's also a great day to appreciate Tuesdays with Charlie.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll have him in the studio here in a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study has found that the mental well-being is the single most important contributor to health and aging and longevity. Luckily, speaking clearly is not one of them. Another larger contributor is speaking clearly. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's eating cheese. Chinese researchers concluded... No, they didn't. They conducted research.
Oh, my gosh. Are you all right?
I'm going to clean my glasses after this. 2.3 million people found that while cheese is not directly responsible for longevity, a higher intake of cheese and fruit is a standout contributor to high well-being scores. And higher well-being scores are directly correlated to robust levels of mental health and stress resilience, resulting in a longer lifespan. So like I've always said, when life gets you down and things are bad, just have a hunk of cheese. I don't think I've ever said that, but I'm going to start. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signing, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know the chemical used for artificial banana flavoring is called isoamyl acetate?
I did not.
Well, I haven't even got to the fact yet. It was first used as pear flavoring in Britain for a long time, and then they crank it out as, hey, the same thing, now it's banana flavor.
Okay.
So pears and bananas don't taste anything alike.
No, they do not.
I think apparently they were using it for a long time, and they're like, it's pear flavoring, and somebody's like, tastes more like bananas to me.
Maybe.
They're like, okay, well, now it's banana flavor. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Richard Gere has taken his first major television role.
Oh, really?
He's set to star opposite Michael Fassbender and Jeffrey Wright in a thing called The Agency. It's an upcoming espionage political thriller for Paramount Plus and Showtime. The Agency is co-produced by George Clooney, follows Fassbender as a CIA agent ordered to abandon his undercover life and return to London Station. Gere will play the role of Bosco, the London Station chief with a storied past.
Bosco.
Ooh. And the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures named the honorees for their 4th annual fundraising gala. It's going to be held in October. Oscar-nominated actor Paul Mescal, Oscar-winning actress, singer, and dancer Rita Moreno, two-time Academy Award-winning writer and director Quentin Tarantino. And this year's nominees are, I guess that's who we just said. The evening will be raising funds to support museum exhibitions, education initiatives, and public programming and access initiatives in Los Angeles.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Are we going to that?
No. Probably
It's
not.
4 years in a row we've skipped it.
I know.
All right. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Researchers say that eating chocolate cake can damage your DNA.
What?
Yeah, it's made my DNA a lot fatter. I know that.
I love
Chocolate's
chocolate cake.
irresistible aroma comes from a blend of molecules that give it an unmistakable smell and taste. I haven't had chocolate cake in a long time.
I
I just
love it.
realized that as I was saying all of this. But Belgian team found that the formation of carbonyls, whatever that is, during the roasting of cocoa beans could damage human DNA.
Huh.
So like, hey, don't eat chocolate cake anymore. And it was at this point that John no longer believed in
Probably
science.
not only chocolate cake. It would be anything
No, it's
chocolate.
only chocolate cake. Nothing else. That's what they put in the story,
I
Heidi.
see.
They didn't say only chocolate cake, but that's all they meant. And while some are still arguing about the merits of the whole no-spend challenge, a financial planner shared her alternative. Bernadette Joy says that rather than using the traditional scrimp and save method to wipe out debt or build savings, her $1 rule is the way she likes to go. Well, of course, it's hers. Her buy it if you're going to get good value from it approaching is pro-spending, but only if the math works. It works like this. She says, take the cost of something, divide it by the number of times you're likely to use it. If that is less than $1 per use, then go ahead and get it. If it's more than $1 per use, then just walk away. You don't really need that. An example, if you're thinking about buying a cheap pair of shoes, they cost $50, but you're only going to wear them twice.
$50 is a cheap pair of shoes.
I don't know. I'm reading verbatim what she put.
Okay.
If you're only going to wear them twice, that's $25 a use. Why would you only wear a pair of shoes twice? So she goes, that's a hard no. You might consider spending $350 on a high-quality pair of shoes. I wouldn't. But you know you're going to wear them for years. And if you get 400 wears out of them, that's less than $1 a wear. I think her math seems to be, this is why we're broke. We're doing this kind of math.
Yeah.
She says there are exceptions to the rule, concert tickets, travel experiences, and things. And mainly, if you want to do it, just do it is kind of what she's saying. Justify it somehow
Wow.
with some weird math. Okay, I added that last part. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We reach out to my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Charlie, welcome back on a Tuesday.
Yes, it's a fine Tuesday.
It is a fine Tuesday. It's a
is a
great day
fine
to learn some
Tuesday.
stuff. And what are we going to learn today?
Remember, stuff is always good.
It is good.
Okay, it is a known fact that chocolate has caffeine in it.
Oh, yeah.
You agree with that?
I've heard that, yeah.
Okay, you would have to eat more than a dozen chocolate bars to get the same amount of caffeine from a cup of coffee.
Well, let's do it.
Wow.
I don't think I could. That's actually, I would, after about 4 or 5, I'd be done.
Oh,
I
for the
don't.
rest of my life.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Ew. Hey, people spend more than $7 billion a year on chocolate. Speaking
wow.
of that, we were just talking about chocolate.
We were just
We
talking
were.
about chocolate. It's almost like you put
I
those
do
together.
like chocolate, but I don't think I could eat as much as that. So,
Not $7 billion a year.
well, not even the however many candy bars you needed to get a cup of coffee.
Dozen, yeah.
Did you see that thing on TV where they had a big gas fireplace thing and they was going to make s'mores?
No.
And Hershey sent them 40,000 candy bars.
That's
Really?
so cool.
Well, in that case, we're going to make s'mores, Hershey. Pony up, buddy.
Well, yeah, let's get on. You got a radio station. Let's promote this.
if you're going to send me free 40,000 free candy bars, we're going to do something with them.
We'll put a dent in them puppies. Hey, then, on average, 350 squirts are needed from milking a cow to make a gallon of milk.
That's a lot of squirts, man.
That is a lot of squirts. Machines do it now, so for the most part, they don't have to do that by hand anymore, which is
The
nice.
cows liked it better when you did it by hand.
Unless your hands were cold.
There's a lot of things more fun if you do it by hand.
I don't even want to ask. I definitely don't want to ask.
You know what I'm talking about. Hey, then, speaking of cows, how does this always come about like this? You are more likely to get attacked by a cow than a shark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not around sharks as much as cows. And there are some people who are not around cows very much either.
Well, you try to milk a shark, you probably get pissed. Think about that.
That is true.
Why is this milk all salty?
Hey, then, President Herbert Hoover's father.
Yeah.
You probably don't know his name.
Mr. Hoover?
Did you know he invented the Hoover vacuum cleaner?
What?
I don't think so.
In 1908.
Really?
And you know what his first name was?
What's that?
W.H.
W.H. Hoover?
Yep.
And he invented the vacuum cleaner.
In 1908.
All right. I might Google that to see if you're correct.
And you Google that till your fingers fall off, but it's true. Hey. Total area of contact between train wheels and a rail is little larger than $1 silver dollar.
Yeah, that's why people put
Pennies on
them all the time.
You can't put a silver dollar on there because it'll throw the train off.
Really?
No kidding.
Because that's all the contact there is.
Huh.
You put a bunch of them on there, you'll derail that puppy.
Huh.
Okay, we got one thing here.
All right.
Go. Did you know a pig can run a 7-minute mile?
A pig?
Yep. That's it.
That's
All
all,
right.
you got? Okay, Charlie, I hate to burst your bubble here, buddy.
Oh, no.
I don't know if this is accurate because anybody can put anything on the internet. But on here, the question was, are Hoover vacuums named after the president? And it says the Hoover Company was founded by a tanner named William Hoover, who was not related to either Herbert Hoover or J. Edgar Hoover. The latter two were not related to each other either.
He's looking at his notes.
It was just a common name. You're looking to see if your notes say something different.
It was his father.
Well, of course, but it says that there was no relation, so I don't know.
Well, they lie.
Okay.
If I told you, it's gospel.
Okay, I will believe Charlie. I just maybe don't remember that particular fact from today.
How did you come up with that question after I just gave you the answer?
I went onto the internet and I looked. Okay, hey, I got a question for you.
28.
No, it's not. It's not a number today. What is older, the state of Minnesota or the University of Minnesota?
The University of Minnesota.
What do you think, Heidi?
I would have to say the University of Minnesota just because that seems like it would not be.
Yeah, the
accurate.
University of Minnesota is older than the state of Minnesota itself.
That's a trick question.
Yeah, that is a trick
It's
question.
not a trick question. You guys both got it right. How you're complaining that you got it right? It's like I should not have gotten that.
Something's wrong here.
I demand a recount.
I'm going home to look this up.
All right. Thanks for coming in. It's always fun.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from VitaTech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how VitaTech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Drinking wine before a meal makes you eat 25% more food.
That is absolutely true.
I would think it's the other because you'd be so much more full of wine.
Oh, no.
All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Blue whales can eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful.
Wow.
So,
they must drink a lot of wine.
They must. It's tons of wine. That's why. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Earth is farthest from the sun in July and closest to the sun in January, which seems weird to me because of the hemisphere I live in. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Because people tend to carry their devices in their back pocket, Samsung created a robotic tush to test telephones' durability.
Oh.
So that's why they have
That's a
it
good idea.
sit down a bunch of times and check. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A Venus flytrap, if you give it enough time, can eat an entire cheeseburger. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So can I, and I bet I can do it quicker.
I could beat it.
Ready for a challenge, Venus? Let's do it. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signing, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. Australia has over 10,000 of these. You could visit a new one every day for over 27 years. What is it?
Rivers?
No, beaches. Over 10,000 beaches in Australia. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Denmark is planning to tax farmers for the greenhouse gases that come out of the tailpipes of their cows and their sheep and their pigs.
I saw this.
That's going to start in 2030. It'll become the first country in the world to do so as they target them as a major source of methane emissions, one of the most potent gases contributing to global warming, according to this story. Don't blame me. I'm reading what they're saying.
Not good.
Farmers with livestock will be taxed 120 Danish kroners. It'd be like $17 US per metric ton of carbon dioxide equivalent emitted from each bovine. A typical Danish cow produces 6 metric tons equivalents per year, which means the average charge per cow would be about $100. Other animals would be taxed at a lesser rate. So that's not as much as I thought at first when I was reading that, because I was thinking that's going to be a lot.
insane.
I know. I'm not saying that I'm for it. I'm just saying that's not as much as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that just seemed... Here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but there's not a ton of money left in that business anymore, or many other businesses. Everybody is getting so cut to the
People
bone.
emit those same taxes.
Yeah,
How long
so,
is it going to be
well,
before they start
I'm thinking
taxing?
all the hot air coming out of politicians should be taxed. What do you think of that?
It's
huh?
ridiculous.
Wait, should we sign a petition or something? Weird news.
Ridiculous.
Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're going to get started on this today, but I don't think we'll get through it because there's a lot of these. Famous people with the same name. Michael Douglas and Michael Keaton. Yeah, Wall Street star Michael Douglas and Batman actor Michael Keaton were both born Michael John Douglas. Keaton never legally changed his name, but he used the stage name Michael Keaton, and that's now what everybody knows him as. But his real name is Michael John Douglas.
Okay.
How about Kate Hudson and Katy Perry? Yeah, Katy Perry is the stage name of Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. She adopted her mother's middle name so she wouldn't be confused with Kate Hudson,
Okay.
the How to Lose Guy in 10 Dresses actress. How about
How to lose a guy in 10 dresses?
in 10 days? What did I say?
I wouldn't
did I
want
say
a guy in
dresses?
10 dresses.
My brain wasn't working at the time. And we didn't even get to 3 of them because we'll get to the rest maybe tomorrow, maybe later, but we'll have more of this list. I've got the whole list if you want to read them all without me messing it up in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. Our quote today is from Michael Scott from The Office.
Yeah, I love
There's some
him.
great quotes.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, we didn't watch that show a lot, But Heidi is, for whatever reason, you get videos all the time. You watch and I walk in and you're watching videos.
Yeah,
from
they show up on my news feed.
But I'm like, we didn't.
I
Even,
did watch The Office,
but not as much as.
No, not.
Yeah.
I am not a person who never missed an episode by any means.
And not as much as you watch these clips. Like every day you're watching these clips. It's like 100 times a day. Anyway, the quote, sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I'll find it along the way.
You can relate to that.
Yes, I can. Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And this story comes your way from Crowley, Texas. Deputies there, first I'll read the headline. Deputies rescue 8 abandoned puppies barely clinging to life in 100-degree Texas heat. Yeah, 2 deputies rescued 8 abandoned puppies that were left in a crate in a field under the scorching Texas sun.
Wow.
Soaring temperatures hit over 100 degrees when a concerned Good Samaritan spotted the helpless puppies and called for help. Deputies responded swiftly, and they got to the scene, finding 6-week-old shepherd puppy mixes with no water and no shade. He says, I don't know how long they were out there. I'm guessing a day or 2.
Who would do that?
I don't know. It says they were just a bunch of puppies with no water in a field, emphasizing the urgency of their rescue. Jeez. Moved by the plight of the puppies, Deputy Stephenson decided to adopt one of the little ones for himself. The remaining puppies were taken to a Chuck and Brenda Silcox Animal Care and Adoption Center, where they received care and attention that was needed. In a joyful update, the sheriff's office announced on Facebook that all of the puppies have since been adopted into loving homes. All of these puppies have found placements, they said. Thank you to everybody playing a crucial role in finding these puppies a safe and loving environment.
Wow.
Officials with the sheriff's office wrote that online. And if you'd like to read this or see photos of these adorable dogs, they are really cute dogs. And the sheriff's deputy's not bad looking either, I'm just saying.
What's his name?
It's a lady. I don't know what her name is. Let's see if it's in the story. Haley Drew and Colin Stephenson. So I'm guessing that she's Haley. And he's a mighty fine looking fella too. I was just being silly because I was talking about how cute the puppies were, and now I feel really, really stupid over here. So
I hope they find who dumped them off there.
I hope so too.
And
Why
they get
would
severely
you do
punished?
That?
That's horrifying.
But they've got photos of the puppies and the deputies and a video as well if you're interested. In the show notes for today, I've got a link. You can find that at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. I got to go apologize to Heidi for saying dumb things on the radio like that. I'm sorry. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.